Is filing suit against a Whitestown auto mechanic accusing him of keeping their car for 2 years and failing to do the work promised. The lawsuit filed this month alleges the business violated Indiana's Deceptive Consumer Sales Act. This legal action comes after WRTV Investigates started asking questions about their business practices. WRTV's Kara Kenny first brought you this story about SAE machining back in October and joins us now with today's developments.
In October, we told you about Whitestown auto mechanic Eric Stanfield, accused of keeping a couple's car for 2 years and not finishing the work.
Is there anything that you can say to customers that have waited a very long time to get their vehicles?
Well, obviously, I would apologize for the time frame and the fact that I did create this backlog of work.
SAE Machining's owner told us in the fall he was working to whittle down that backlog, including Joe and John Carey's truck. They sent it to SAE Machining in 2018 for an engine replacement, and records show paid the business a total of $6,600 at the end of 2018.
You have had their vehicle for 2 years.
Yes. Over the last 2 or 3 years, work had built up because I decided to work alone.
It's now March 2021, and the Careys still do not have their truck. They had to purchase another vehicle.
But for many months, I was paying for a truck I couldn't drive. So it is paid off. I have the title. I'm willing to give him the title. I just want my money back.
The Careys hired attorneys Andrew Alt and Ryan Frasher. They filed this 10-page lawsuit on March 5th, accusing the Whitestown business of fraud and violating Indiana's Deceptive Consumer Sales Act. It says Eric Stanfield and SAE Machining misrepresented the time and cost of the project, telling the Careys the vehicle would be repaired in a couple of months.
So it's just unfair in that industry, and I doubt there's any mechanic who would make a statement on the record that, yeah, that's normal.
The lawsuit also alleges Stanfield failed to tell the Careys he was overworked, understaffed, and incapable of completing the work within a couple of months. Alt says even after 2 years, Stanfield asked them to pay even more money, $2,600, before they could pick up the truck.
It's crazy. There was already a cost overrun. The authorized repairs cost way more money and 2 extra years to complete. So it's just completely unreasonable and unfair.
But instead, the Careys are demanding Stanfield pay them in their lawsuit.
The value that we're looking for to return to the Careys is about $16,000. That's the value of the truck and the payments they made toward the repairs that were never completed. Then the judge can increase that amount to 3 times.
In October, we asked him why the Better Business Bureau shows 3 complaints about SAE Machining taking a long time to complete work.
I like the challenge of the large jobs. And most of the time, you would not see a shop this size with 1 person working inside.
Joe and John Carey don't want the truck back from SAE Machining. At this point, they're concerned about its condition. They just want to be compensated for this 2-year ordeal.
I just want my money back.
Working for you, Kara Kenny, WRTV.
Well, Eric Stanfield declined to comment specifically on the lawsuit. On Friday, he sent us an email apologizing for the delay. Stanfield pointed out the Careys vehicle is finished and he's still waiting for the balance to be paid. You can read his entire response in this story on the WRTV app and at WRTV.com. Let's give you some tips to protect yourself. Understand your warranty. You may have to take your car to a specific mechanic. Also, do your research. Ask friends and family who they've used and trust. Get a written estimate and get all guarantees in writing. Pay attention when you pick up your vehicle. Ask the service manager to go over it with you and explain all the work they did and the replacements they made. Also, if they replaced any major parts, ask to see what they did. You should also ask the mechanic to explain any charges that you do not understand.